you go. What are you showing me? His head. Come on.
Oh, and he says, oh, I shouldn't keep pushing because then he'll do it. Well, let me give you a little fucking nudge. The guy who assaulted me and strangled me and almost killed me, that guy, I definitely never initiated anything about that, but that's the guy. Guess how Etika died? Push, push, push. Just like this. This is what Keem does. Push, push, push. It's very popular. It's a really common thing, and it's going to be a really simple thing we do, where for everybody who donates $20 or above, I am going to put a ribbon on here for you. I'm going to tie it in a little bow, in a little knot, and then if we hit the overall stream goal of $500 for tonight, we're going to hang this on my wall over here and keep it. And it'll be I could take a hit. That's what I could do. I could take a hit every time we get a 20. I could do that too. No reason either. Anyway, doesn't matter. Trucker Logic, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. So what Keem is referring to here is that at one point between me and Richie, now that Keem is mentioning it, I'll just mention it the same way Keem does, that back in January, I had mentioned about being SA'd by him. And so Richie got kicked out of the community, and Richie kept bugging Keem day after day after day after day, messaging Keem and saying, like, trying to get back into the community, trying to get me to do like hair follicle tests, all this bullshit, right? All this fucking bullshit. When, first of all, he wouldn't have even had Keem's number if it wasn't for me getting his loser ass a job for him, okay? Or trying to. That's the only reason he was even able to talk to Keem. Anyway, let me remember where I was at. Hang on. While Keem decided to mediate an agreement between us so that Richie and I wouldn't talk about it anymore. That's the part that he leaves out, though. He says, I asked him to do this. I said it would be helpful. No, let me be very, very clear. Let me be fully clear about this. I never initiated saying, hey, Daddy Keem, it'll be helpful to make me be on the phone with the guy who SA'd me that I never want to talk to or hear again. Never did I initiate that, and never would I have, because I was hurt that you even had him unblocked. So to act like I asked you to do this, no, you wanted to do this to benefit you. And as usual, I had to say yes and go along for the ride, because if I didn't, you throw a temper tantrum like a 3-year-old. And so anyway, we had negotiated not talking about this. And as far as I remember yesterday, I was drinking, so I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But I don't remember getting into specifics. I just remember mentioning that it happened. And pretty sure you're allowed to do that. It's like if you sign an NDA, you can still mention that an NDA exists. The fact that the agreement exists or that the incident happened doesn't just vanish from thin air. Anyway, agreement exists or that the incident happened doesn't just vanish from thin air. Anyway, Keem says something very disgusting at the end of this, where he says if I keep pissing him off, he'll fund Richie, my ex, who I said SA'd me, because I'm not going to say allegedly if I'm the one saying it, right? I know it fucking happened, so it's not defamation if you know it fucking happened and it's fact. Anyway, I'm forgetting what I want to say, because every time I talk about this, it's partly the pop, but it's also because I hate talking about this topic. He said, I remembered, that it means nothing to him. Keem would take $100,000 from his own bank account just to fund Richie getting lawyers to come after me in court. So he was complaining that I had a sexual harasser, alleged and complete bullshit. He was mad that I had a sexual harasser as a mod. But he's here willing to fund the guy who assaulted me? How utterly fucked up is that? Oh, and he says, oh, I shouldn't keep pushing because then he'll do it. Well, let me give you a little fucking nudge. The guy who assaulted me and strangled me and almost killed me, that guy, I definitely never initiated anything about that, but that's the guy you want to give 100,000 grand to just so that he can harass me using the legal system. And you said that publicly. Are you for fucking real? And then you want to talk about OSG like that's serious shit. Get the fuck out of here. I could probably use this clip to get a restraining order on you. Like, I don't feel like I need one. That's why I haven't gotten one. But at this rate, if you're willing to basically bribe people to take me to court to harass me over a topic that you know broke my mental health, yeah, that's pretty fucking malicious. Guess how Etika died? Push, push, push. Just like this. This is what Keem does. Push, push, push. Keep pushing until he breaks you. Because if he can't control you as a toy, then he needs to break you. When he's there willing to fund this guy, which also, by the way, now makes it look like he's taking his side. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think I falsely accused him? Because I saved your fucking ass, Keem. I could have sued you so bad because I met him through LolCowLive, through you. And because you didn't vet him, it put me in danger. And you continue to create, and still do to this day, except I don't work with you right now, continue to create a hostile, regular or hostile work environment for me. He gave $5 to say, oh, hang on. That's not lying. That completely lines up with what I just said, Fox McFox. Fox said, Becky, you're lying. You did an entire live stream on Queens saying you wanted him to stop talking in the LCU. That's what Keem said. Both wanted that. Yeah, I said I wanted that. But what I meant when I said that is, I mean, it would be nice if Richie was fucking nice enough to stop talking about it. I didn't mean that I wanted Keem to mediate an entire settlement. And if I said that after it was mediated, that was me kissing my boss's ass. Welcome to the real fucking world. What am I gonna say? I fucking hate this. Now, I'll be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I did appreciate it. I did appreciate it because Richie was coming at me hard during a time where I was struggling with Savage. I appreciated that he mediated this. I do. And I think it was very helpful that he did. It was one of the better things he's done. For $5, this is exactly why I keep talking about it. Fox wrote, if it's not content, then why do you keep bringing it up? Is leverage when you need to prove a point of how bad Keem is. Stop talking about it. I did stop talking about it for a long time, but he brought up the topic of sexual harassment, singling out somebody in my community. And so I wanted to say, how the fuck are you going to be a hypocrite and talk about that to try to make my people look bad when look at everything that happened with Richie? And I've seen some of this stuff that he said behind the scenes, that he said to DACA teams, disgusting fucking stuff that Keem said. Disgusting. Too badly the last time I went back. He tried to he should have never backstabbed me. Things would have been different. Now he's talked about the frenemies show that nobody knew about at the time, that I wasn't able to use to defend myself with at the time, because I was never going back there to be part of the LCU. I was going back there to do frenemies, and being part of the LCU was just a part of that process. But I was doing it for frenemies, and I wasn't able to use that to defend myself. I forgot where I was going with that. Fuck, I hate when I forget my thoughts. Something about frenemies and the chemistry. I don't know. Something about that chemistry. Oh, yeah. So that's why I went back. There was no reason for him to backstab me the way he did. It didn't have to happen. He just thought.
Richie reached out to me asking me to try to get Becky to stop. So I said, hey, let's do a agreement.
Correction. It was Richie who was reaching out to Keem day after day because Richie is a fucking fanboy loser and will do whatever Keem wants him to do. What other boyfriend do you know that's shitty enough that he would actually shave his girlfriend's eyebrows for money instead of going out and being a man and making some fucking money by breaking his own fucking back for it? No, but he'll do anything Daddy Keem wants because he's a Keemstar fan. So anything for Keem.
Were both of you
Has nothing to do with me being a piece of shit. Has everything with me correcting the spin you are putting on this. The flat out lies. Keem, understand this. No woman that's been through abuse who's been horrifically assaulted, okay? Because that's what it was. That's what it was. No woman who's been with that wants to voluntarily go on a phone call with the guy who did it to her. With her fucking boss that she met the guy through. Do you think I might have felt a little outnumbered and intimidated, especially now, and like forced, a little coerced, a bit of coercion to agree? And now, because I don't agree, because now I'm talking about it, now you want to give him $100,000 to sue me? We're going to get to that part. That's what you're saying. Looks like this. I'm looking for my pen because this really upsets me.
And I did. The fact that you're going to turn that around on me just goes to show what a piece of shit you are, Becky. And you're like this close, dude. Like, I got endless money. You're like so close. You're pushing it to a point of no return. Because
what am I pushing to a point of no return, Keem? I'm no longer your employee. What does what happened between me and Richie behind closed doors? What does that have to do with you? How am I pushing things beyond a breaking point with you? How does any of this concern you? Why do you treat me like I'm a possession that you fucking own? I'm not yours. This whole situation, especially now that I don't work for you, has zero, fuck all to do with you. Fuck all. You're just inserting yourself to use it for content, and it's disgusting. Just like you did with DramaAlert, with the old guy that you fake called a PDF file when he wasn't. Oh, but now you're going to be even worse. You're going to support somebody who you actually know did something, who you know has outstanding accusations against him. And you're saying you want to throw your money behind a sexual predator? He wants to call OSG a sexual harasser. Richie was a sexual harasser and a sexual assaulter of me that night by strangling me. I wish I was fucking joking. I'm not. I literally felt my life slipping out of me that fucking night. It was extremely traumatizing. And you know what? This is probably why they privated their past episodes. Because if you go to the episodes of Queens at that time, you could hear my voice was fucked up because he had crushed something in my throat. So my voice was fucked up for like a week, and I was just praying that I didn't have permanent damage from getting strangled. And that's the guy, Keem. That's the guy that you want to put $100,000 behind so that he can harass me. That's who you are? You were telling me I got a bad look? What kind of look is this? Sick fuck. And if anything ever happens to me one day, Keemstar, you know who the law is going to look at? You know who police are going to look at? You. Because of shit like this. Because you are showing that you have a motive. You are showing that you're premeditating. This has nothing to do with civil court, by the way. Nothing to do with a civil lawsuit. I'm talking criminal shit. I'm talking if I went to the police, this shit goes criminal.